All right, we're doing 10.5 update notes. We're doing it like this. We're not doing it live. I tried to do it live, and it was all focused on the Vshojo event, which is cool, but it was a lot, and it was like 10 minutes of nothing. So yeah, we're just gonna read the notes instead. So jumping at the notes, a bunch of the skins. If you guys are interested in the skins, go watch the previous video. You can go watch the Twitch thing, YouTube. It's on Twitter too. A bunch of places to look at these if you're interested in these. I'm not a big skins guy, so the Artemis skin, nice. Shackled Soul Ares looks okay. Demon Dash Naja looks pretty cool. This actually looks pretty cool. But onto the good things. The Vshojo event. Artemis got a quality of life update. A remodel. HUD updates made the background more opaque for the scoreboard. Wait, mini map. Okay, a bunch of just issues, it seems, more than updates. Okay. Whatever. Okay, on to the good stuff. Like I said, on to the good stuff. Bug fixes, items fixes. All right, on to the good stuff. Conquest. Decreased up time, down 20 seconds. Nice. A lot of time was left over in Conquest. Both teams are now granted full information of the in-world and mini-map respawn timers for... I don't like this. Again, it's just something that makes the game just easier. It helps like the casual players, which is cool. But it's like pros now don't have to keep track of another thing, and they don't have to like put a timer in the box or in the chat. I don't like that. Totem now has an in-world and mini-map respawn timer. L. Pyromancer's mini-map icon now displays when the runic bomb is available for pickup. L. Decrease the delay before the Pyromancer's runic bomb reward can be picked up from 1 to 0.5. That's good. That's good. Sometimes you'd be sitting on it and it feels like it takes forever to drop, and it did take 1 second. Now it takes half the time. Nice. Now have a smaller health bar that displays their exact HP value. That's cool. That's cool, because now you know if it's like, oh, if it's actually one auto or if it's really close, now you can actually like auto it and walk away or whatever. Joust and Duel. We'll pause on it for a second if you guys are interested. Pause the video if you want to read it. I don't care about Joust and Duel, so here you go. Here's Joust only. Pause it if you're interested. Pause it if you're interested. Oh my, and now there's Duel also only. Pause if you're interested. Now, onto the exciting stuff. Items. Percent damage mitigation stat. Percent damage mitigation from items will now be capped at 25%. God abilities and effects such as Aegis Amulet are not bound by this cap and will be able to stack with the 25% cap. God abilities and effects such as Aegis Amulet. Aegis Amulet is 100%. Okay. Bloodforge Revert. This item is shown to be the right place for a revert. Oh! First item change. A+ high res. You passed with flying colors. Bloodforge rework. Perfect. Perfect. Literally perfect. I cannot say any better. Perfect. Breastplate regrowth. Nerf. 150 gold. It's a good nerf, but I don't think it's enough. I think the item is still just way too valuable for the 2250 gold. Adding 150 gold, not bad, but I still think it's just way too powerful with all the stats it gives. But it's a good start. Good start. Cannoneer's buff. 100 gold less. Passive shifts. Increase the damage per level from 5 to 10. Decrease the gold from 25 to 5. Decrease the cooldown from 20 to 7. Instantly killing it. Deal 50 plus 10 per level. Oh. 7 seconds and it gives you 15 gold. If you do this twice on a wave, you're just giving your teammates an extra 30 gold. On characters that can just perma 2v2, like Hell Afro, maybe there's a world, Yem, another one, where Cannoneers is actually going to be strong. 2,000 gold also for this item. I'm interested in this now. Like, they've got me super interested. I think there's going to be a place in the meta for this item. Phalanx buff. I think this item is just bad. Like, the item's stats are not the problem. The passive isn't the problem. It's just bad. You don't want items that revolve around minions, but let's see what they do. You can now gain some of the buff of... When you're base attacked by an enemy god, you and your friendly lane minions gain a stack up to 3. Stacks provide 10% attack speed and 7 of each protection and last for 8 seconds. All right. You know, I did say there's not going to be a place for this, but the positive part of this is it's giving it to yourself. So 30% attack speed, 21 protections of each. I think it's either 50 or 60. We can actually just go look quick because I am very curious on what it is. So this item is 2,200 gold, which is the cheapest in that tree. 60 prots, 200 health, 20 HP 5, 10% CCR, and then after a few auto attacks, up to 30% attack speed and 21 protections of each. Maybe. I'm not a soul laner, and this is still a soul lane item, but maybe. Next up, Gaia buff. Decrease the cost. Nice. I don't know if this fixes it, but it's a step in the right direction because it was so expensive before, and now it's cheap. It's a sustain item, and the cooldown going from 20 to 15 makes it so if you're playing into a lane that requires knockups like a Tyr or a Herc in solo lane, Stone of Gaia might be a really viable item. So yeah, keep your eyes out for Gaia in solo. Maybe Gaia in support, but the thing is it doesn't give any protections in laning phase for support, so it's a lot less useful, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Spectral Shift. Okay, so now this is going to be very important. What do they do with Spectral? Reworked passive. All allied gods within 55 units take 30% reduced bonus damage from physical strikes. Passive. Wait. When you get hit by A, you gain 15 power and 20 magical. We've made the Chris hit for 1.75. This is good that it's 30% reduced. I'm curious if this is maybe too much now, because now it's... So Spectral is no longer a selfish item. It is a kind of like a support item. The problem is, when you think of like Smite as a whole, it's not just like, oh, is this going to be good against this? Spectral's going to be good against crits. It's going to be. It's 100% going to be. But it's kind of now been moved from a selfish crit item to now a aura crit item, or anti-crit item, I should say. So now it's a support item mostly. But you also have to compare it now. What is going to be more worth? A Spectral or a Lotus? A Spectral or a Cloak? A Spectral or an Emperor's Spectral or blank? I think it helps a lot. If you're going into a double crit comp, like if the enemy's playing something like Jingwei, Mercury, Spectral's going to be insane. But now you got to kind of feel if it's just one person on the enemy that's critting, maybe it's a Baka jungle, is it going to be worth it? I think this is going to be a lot stronger against crit assassins than crit ADCs. So like gods like Mercury might get hurt a lot by this. But I'm excited to see how it plays. I wonder if it'll be a little bit too powerful against those dive assassins, but we will see. War Flag. This item provides gold per enemy god minion assist. Guys, we can now try War Flag for the first time in like 9 years to see if it's worth it. Probably not going to be worth it because it never is, but we'll see. All right, gods. Hell nerf, finally. Decrease the ally heal. No, do the mana, man. Do the mana. Self-healing. Decrease ally heal. This ally healing is half for minions. Oh. I hate it. I don't know. I hate it. She's going to do the exact same thing. I don't know. Bad nerf. Bad nerf. It is nerf. It makes her a little bit worse, but is it really changing much? 45 heal early game. It's going to be 49 instead of 60, which is pretty decent early game nerf, but I don't know. This doesn't change anything. She's still going to be a pain to deal with because she just perma heals herself and her allies, and she always has mana because her one gives back mana. I would rather have them hit that on this than the heal. Keep the heal at 55. Because it's not like the burst heal is like what's the strong thing. It's just like the perma healing, perma mana. Never running out of mana in a 2v2 with hell is just busted. But yeah. Herc. Driving Strike, Earthbreaker cooldowns, good. With the also the nerf to regrowth, it's a good step for Hercules. Horus should see a 3 nerf. Nice. Still going to be stronger characters. Like they're still going to be on the stronger side, but I'm curious to see how they place with the regrowth nerf and the nerf to their cooldowns. Vamana. Clear the path, so he's less safe. 1 extra second on his dash. Physical power is decreased by 15 at all levels. Or, sorry, at all ranks. And a bug where the ability is providing a base amount of shield per tick rather than a percentage. Now gains 0.75%. A shield cap of 1,000 health. You know, I don't think this really does anything to hurt Vamana. It depends on how bad the bug was. Like, if the bug was giving, like, 25 shield and it was every 0.5 seconds instead of like 10, then it's going to be really no change. But unless this was huge, I don't think this change really does anything. Hardly ever you getting to the shield cap. At that point, usually you have like a second until you de-transform anyway. So yeah, I don't think this this hurts Vamana too much. Dodgy's Trickster Spirit goes down. I'm glad they didn't touch the ult. This is a fine buff for Dodgy to see if this helps her a little bit. Hachimon buff. Master of Arms. MP5 decreased from 0.3 to 0.2. Now gains attack speed burst. Ooh. 20% attack speed at level 20 at max stacks. This is good. This is a good change for Hachi. This is a really good change. Hachi's now a character that has so much attack speed in his kit with his 2 and his passive. Eagle Eye, increased damage. 120% of your basic attack damage and extra base. Now, these are getting really... And base damage on his 2. That's a good start for Hachi. I'm excited to now try Hachi and see how he feels. He's still a very safe god. He lanes pretty well. And now that he has extra damage on his 1, this helps him scale into the late game. This helps it so his passive scales into the late game also. And this helps his early and mid game with poke and clearing. So this is a big Hachi patch. We'll see. Yorm, Consuming Bellow. This character just gets perma buffed and he's just perma bad. So cooldown is now 14, scaling down to 12. 13 down to 12 for Consuming Bellow. Does it change it? I'd assume not, but we'll see. Oleron buff. Decreased base damage from 60 to 120. Is now going to be 70 up to 130. ADCs, their kits are not the problem. The problems were the rings were just busted. And then they kind of got to a balance point. And then the patch after the point they got balanced, because they were like the previous patch. How do I word this? Patches are usually about 2 patches behind from where you are. So like a 9.4 change is stemming from 9.2's gameplay. So rings got nerfed in 10.2 and 10.3 from the play-in LAN. Unfortunately, in 10.3, the rings weren't getting bought that much anymore. They were still good, and then they got gutted. And now rings stink, mage ADCs stink, and there's no reason to play them. Osiris, please don't be a jungler. A base HP 5 from 6 to 9 and base physical protection from 23.8 to 25.2. Spear Fly is also going 10 damage. Not bad. Does it change anything with Osiris? I would say no. Set. Then a buffer and nerf. When I make fix a bug where Sandstorm go on cooldown immediately after teleporting to a spawn of set. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is... So now it's about a 16-second cooldown because I think it lasts 6 seconds instead of a 14-second cooldown. So it's kind of a nerf and kind of just a fix, a bug fix that set would sometimes get. So not a bad change. Soul Radiance, sure. Does it change anything? I'd say no. Sun Wukong, Cudgel's base damage up 10. He's busted. He's not busted. Nothing's changing with the character. Sylvanas, 35%, the minion effectiveness, and Nature's Grasp is now 14 base. Oof. I wish Sylvanas' utility was buffed instead of the cooldowns and the numbers. I wish like his 3 rooted or crippled or something for like a second after you pulled. With the DR changes, it makes his 3 feel really bad. From a few patches. Actually, it was like last year. This will help him, but I don't think it really changes anything with Sylv. I think he's still going to be pretty average. I don't think he was bad before, though, so. Tier. No way they buffed him. Oh. No way we're buffing Tier. Now deals 25 and now stuns enemies for 1 second. I'm not even trolling. That same spot that Herc and Horus were, like where they were valued as like solo lane warriors and Vamana, put Tier there and put Tier about a level up on that. This god is going to be busted, man. Yeah, I hate it. Non-Conquest balance. Kuzenbo, Nem, Oleron, Atlas, Horus. If you guys are interested in that, here you go. Yeah, okay. Overall, an okay patch. I think they missed on a lot of things, but I think there's some good changes. There's some good changes through here. So it's kind of depends. I think it's a pretty okay patch. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a little fresh today. See you guys again next time, and peace.